What's up, everybody? This is Charms, giving you another NBA 2K21 gameplay. This is my first NBA game. Yeah, it's very short, didn't get played much. I'll get into that a little bit later, but mostly I want to talk about is the storyline of 2K21. First and foremost, 2K20 is far superior in terms of the storyline. This one seems like it's a lot longer just because of the number of games you play in it. But the storyline altogether, the script, the angles, they're all just wrong. They're all just really boring and it doesn't make any sense. It starts out with his dad missing the final shot in his college career in a championship game, blah, blah, blah. Throughout the entire storyline, everybody's talking about how his father was such a success and how good he was and how great of a leader he was and yada, yada, yada. And it just like puts down, you know, every single game. One game I played against Florida Gators, and um, I was on UCLA, and we played the Florida Gators, and I went 19 and 10, 19 points, 10 assists. And throughout the entire game, Greg Anthony is basically trashing me. At the end of the game, he says some nice things, but then my VC and everything comes up, my team grade and my attribute points come up, and he's saying I had a fucking terrible game. And it's like, what is that? That makes no sense. And then again, he goes into the father angle. The other angle that makes no sense is the Archie angle. He doesn't come off as any type of a educated sports agent or manager whatsoever throughout the entire time. The only thing that was, I mean, it was just a terrible angle. Oh, he's a friend of the family. Okay, if he's a friend of the family, why didn't his father introduce him to him? The whole angle, like, well, I'm here to guide you, and he's following you from high school. He's even on campus. He was almost like a stalker. He's on campus, following you around and stuff. He's in the locker room. It was just really weird. All the advice he was giving was terrible. On top of that, his fashion sense was terrible as well. Whoever dressed that guy throughout the entire process was terrible as well. Then it comes to choosing the agency, and obviously you choose the higher agency. At least I did, because it just has all the better sponsors and whatnot. I don't care about the commission or you make the least amount of money. But the Archie angle didn't make any sense. Why not have his dad be the manager or the possible agent guiding you through? And then you have to make that tough decision to maybe drop him for the higher agency. And then maybe you kind of create that, that bad blood between father and son. The other angle was the girlfriend angle. That didn't make any sense. That was awkward as well. The Archie angle made no sense. It felt like you had a stalker. The girlfriend angle didn't make any sense. Like you just played text tag the entire time. You had a fight in the dorm room. You could either stay or you could either just go jump to the NBA. I just chose jump to the NBA because the storyline was just so terrible. But then you break up with her anyway. I saw some other people. I watched Chris Smooth's stuff. Then you get to the combine. You talk to the agency and stuff like that. They try to give you some great advice of, be yourself, blah, blah, blah. Make teams want to draft you. I was a high first round draft pick, or yes, or late first round draft pick going into the draft. And I answered the question. I was in the conference room answering questions, did that correctly. I was on the court with the Alex Williams angle as well with the reporter. She almost felt like it almost felt like she wanted to just sit in your lap the entire time instead of being a reporter. I mean, it was just really, really weird. The whole entire script was just really weird. But then you're on the court in the combine answering these questions. I asked them, answer them all correctly again. I get the plus sign for the draft stock and everything. And then all of a sudden, there's a cutscene to all these teams and all their logos and everything like that. And it said, choose a team. And it's like, well, what is this stuff? Yeah, I didn't make any, I thought it was, like last year where you choose the team and then you get to try out with them and stuff like that. I was expecting playing a game against all the top draft picks and stuff like that. Just like last year. That didn't happen. And all of a sudden, I choose the Miami Heat as, I thought that was going to be one of the three, but that was the first choice. because that's pretty appealing with Bam and Jimmy Butler and Duncan Robinson and whatnot. I wanted to do the East instead of the West. The West I did last year. I got drafted by the LA Lakers last year. This year I want to do the Miami Heat in the East and come out of the East instead. And it just went right to my first NBA game. I was just like, what is this? What is this storyline? It made no sense. I didn't do any kind of combine workouts or anything. I even watched Chris Smooth stuff, and he only did like a 2-on-2 thing, and that was it. You even had Lillard trying to give you advice during the combine. There was just nothing. It was just nothing. There was nothingness. It was just really weird. People pay $60 for this game. A lot of people, they don't play Park. They don't play Rec. They don't play Pro-Am. They play it for the My Player. Some play, I obviously, too, play it for my team, but, they buy this game for the My Player, and the storyline was just all over the place. The scripting was terrible. The directing was terrible of it. It made no sense. Last year it made sense. This year it made no sense. And if this is the entire angle of the entire season, it's just weird. It's just really weird. And it made no sense to me. And then I played my first game, and I played a lot of this first half, and I played none of the second half. I had 10 points, 5 assists in the first half. Yes, I had 3 turnovers, but I mean, that's kind of normal in My Player. They're going to make you make turnovers. So, I mean, I'm just a little disappointed in 2K with the whole storyline of the plot. Because, people pay $60, $100 for the Mamba edition. And this is what we get. And I don't think it's good enough, to be honest with you. I enjoyed last year's storyline than this year's. So I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. If you like the content, please subscribe. Please like the video, because it helps out the channel going forward. I'm going to be doing a lot more of this stuff, especially my team as well. More My Player than my team, but going forward, this will be kind of like the main. I'm probably going to make just a single Park My Player as well going forward. But everybody stay strong out there. Everybody stay safe. And I'll check you on the next one.